Hello, Miriam. Good afternoon, Miriam. How are you, Miriam?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine, and you?
Great, Miriam. So, Miriam, tell me the same question as how was your day, Miriam?
Fine.
Fine. Okay, what about your classes? Good, bad, or some?
Good. I think it was tried,
Good.
tired. Sí, tired.
Tiring. Tiring. It was
Tired.
tiring.
It
Tiring.
was tiring because I don't how do you say no estoy acostumbrada?
Honestly, Miriam, I am not used to, for
I am
example, I am not used to working very hard. I am not used to eating. I don't know,
I am not used to wake up early, very early.
to waking
Uh,
up. I am not
waking
used to waking up very early.
used to waking up very early and in the last term
Good.
my teachers didn't take classes, but now it's how do I say, it's un giro de 180.
It's a total change. It's a total change.
It's a total change because
Yes.
I don't know, it's okay, please, um, we we are we are slowly
Slowly.
slowly.
We are going slow.
We are going slow.
All
Or
right.
yeah.
So when you say early, meaning what time is your first class?
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday,
Yes,
7 o'clock.
7 a.m. And Thursday and
And
Friday?
9.
Hour. So what you are saying meaning, is that before you didn't have classes at 7 in the morning.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't like it.
So it's from 7 in the morning to what minute? To 1 p.m. to noon.
mm, no, 2 or 3 o'clock.
For example, today was what time? 2 o'clock?
No, today, Thursday, Thursday, sí, no jueves,
Yes, Thursday.
Thursday,
Yes,
Thursdays and Friday.
good.
Mm, my classes finally
Finish.
at
My classes finish.
my classes finish at for example Thursday 1 p.m. and Friday only classes is English class.
Ah, so Friday is only one class?
Yeah, and I don't like it.
Oh, yeah, and what time is the class?
1 hour.
1 hour from 9 to 10?
Yeah.
And then no classes at all?
No.
Oh, Miriam. And you have to go to school for 1 hour, Miriam?
Oh yeah, and I don't like it.
That's too bad, Miriam. Okay, just
2 or 3 classes in Friday, but only class and the early. No, I don't like it.
exactly, Miriam. That is crazy, Miriam. Okay. Come on, Miriam. I mean, the question, are you going to class tomorrow or aren't you going to class tomorrow?
I I am going to class tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Miriam. Okay, Miriam, so tell me, tomorrow you're going to be free at 10 a.m., okay? And then, Miriam, what are you going to do?
Maybe can I am coming back at
Very
my
good.
at my house,
All
and
right.
I am sleeping again.
So you are going back to bed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means that maybe you will sleep from 11 a.m. or from 11:30 a.m. to Miriam to what? To
Can you
three
repeat?
Yes, you're planning to sleep from 11:30 a.m. to what? To 1 p.m., 2 p.m.?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
What do you
Okay.
what do you say? Ah, bueno, no. Sí sería if I know, if I now alone, yo solo sé.
Ah,
No.
I only know. I only know. Yo solo sé. I only know.
I
Mhm.
know.
Yes.
Mm, I want to sleep.
Come on, Miriam. Maybe Miriam, it's a good chance to go and visit Tisara, Miriam, tomorrow, no?
I know. I want to sleep.
Okay. Miriam, and what about for the weekend? What plans do you have for the weekend?
Nothing.
Are you going to stay here or are you going to travel to Mexico City?
Maybe I'm stayed here.
All right, Miriam. Miriam, you should go and visit your boyfriend.
Yeah, but no, I we didn't talk or planning on the date.
Okay, 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 Miriam. Well,
And I
he
need
works, no? And he's working, no?
yeah, and the Saturday
On
he
Saturday, on Saturday.
on Saturday he's going to university.
So he's busy, Miriam.
Yes, yeah, I need uh I need study and
I
write.
need to study.
I need to study and write the notes. Yeah,
Write notes.
write notes. Yeah,
Okay. Write note meaning about what? About what class is that?
the old classes.
Okay, 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 Miriam. Very good. So you're going to be busy, Miriam.
Yes.
Okay, Miriam. That's going to be for Saturday. What about Sunday, Miriam? Sunday is a day to relax.
No, I don't believe because my mother maybe um
Yes.
ay, how do you say obligar?
My mother makes me.
Makes
My
me
my mother
chores
makes me.
chores in my house.
Makes me do chores. Makes
Makes
me
me
do
chores.
chores. Oh, Miriam, that's too bad. So, Miriam, basically, Saturday and Sunday busy. But maybe Miriam watch any good movie or any good series. I don't know.
Maybe, but in my period, the university,
Yes.
it's a focus in the university, and I need to sleep, and yeah, it's all.
Okay. Okay, Miriam. Miriam, how many more years do you need to study to finish your major?
1 year,
One more
but
year.
1 more year,
Okay.
but
Yes.
I would like to study again, but the other major,
So you're planning to study another major. Miriam, and what major is that?
biology.
Okay, okay, okay. Biology. And where do you plan to study that, Miriam? In what university are you planning to study biology?
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Okay. But Miriam, for that, you need to take the admission exam, right?
Yes.
All right. All right. All right, Miriam, good. Miriam, and how many years are for biology?
I
Three
don't know.
years, 4 years? I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, Miriam. Okay, okay. I mean, and where is the biology faculty? Is it in Tijuca?
No, it's in Pachuca. Yeah.
In Pachuca. Okay, 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 okay. So, Miriam, are you planning to travel to Pachuca every day?
Yeah. I love.
Really, Miriam?
Yes, in high school, I love the travel.
I love
Oh,
traveling. I love traveling.
I love traveling all days.
Okay, Miriam, very good. Excellent, Miriam. I see that you study your high school there. Okay. Excellent,
Yes.
Miriam. Very good, Miriam. Miriam, and what do your parents tell you about your desire to study biology?
Maybe um I research work job.
Okay. I will look
I
for a job.
I will look up for a job,
All right.
or and I will study the master.
All right. Master degree on environment pollution. On, I don't know.
Maybe I don't know the number, but in the animals, but no, not all animals. In the I don't remember. In the snow snake and
Ah, reptile.
yeah,
Okay, 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 Miriam.
or or microbiology,
Microbiology.
microbiology. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Well,
okay.
I don't know.
That's interesting, Miriam. And I mean, and in what university would you like to study your master degree?
Maybe in the same way, or in the other university in Mexico City.
Okay. Mexico City, Miriam. So you're planning to move to Mexico City?
No, travel.
Travel. Okay.
Yeah.
Pues mira, tomorrow, I think your parents are going to take their car to the job because there will be no buses from Tizayuca to Mexico City. I mean,
Yes.
Tizayucos, no. Maybe Baltasar or ODT.
Yes, but I don't know today because today my parents went to the job and my brother and they didn't came back in my house.
They haven't come back. They haven't come back. Ellos no han regresado, ¿no?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, mire, so they are maybe trying to get back from Mexico City to Tizayuca. Ah, today, mira, how did they travel to the city today? By bus or by car?
Boss.
Oh, miren, that's terrible. No,
Because
no.
today in the early morning,
Yes,
no the accident or the situation, it's
yes.
the noon, yeah,
Uh-huh.
noon.
Yes, exactly, 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 yes. Oh, that's too bad, Miriam. Poor your parents and your brother. Okay, for sure they are in Potrero trying to get a bus.
But I don't know
Oh, that's too
the
bad, Miriam. Poor of them, poor of them. Okay. Also, Miriam, you have good plans. Okay, to study a master degree, to study another major. That is just great. Okay, that is great. The fact that you want to study is great, Miriam. That's something good. Okay. Okay,
yes.
mira, I'm going to share my board with you, okay? And there we are going to see some phrases, okay, for conversation or maybe for written information, okay? Here, mira, I posted this one, okay? Look at this, I will read the first. As far as I know, por lo que sé. As far as I know, the kickoff is at 3:30 p.m. Okay?
Hi, teacher, can you share the
The
board?
link, yes, yes, wait a minute, yes, of course, yes, okay, very good. There, okay,
Thanks.
good.
Oh, teacher.
Yes.
My mom paid. Yeah, paid. The moon.
Yes,
Uh,
I got the receipt. Yes.
yes. Okay.
Yes, Miriam. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So, Miriam, here we have some phrases. Okay. Maybe they are. Oh, it's too small. Okay.
¿Y dónde está?
Let me. Oh, it won't let me. Oh, wait. Let me
Ah,
right here. Okay. Conversation. Okay. Let me make it bigger. Okay. Okay. Miriam, now, how is your pet, Miriam?
fine.
Okay. How old is it, Miriam?
Mm. I
Five
don't exactly.
years, 6 years, I
I
don't know.
don't exactly because when I was
When it was a what, Miriam?
when I bought my pet.
So Miriam, so you bought your pet.
Yes, but no, it's the how do you say the raza?
Breed.
No,
It's not a breeded dog. It's not a breeded dog. No es un perro de raza.
not a breed dog. It's
Okay.
funny history because um I went to marker in the center in
Okay.
Quizá,
Good.
and a man they both two pets and
Okay.
um he told me it's a pastor alemán
Okay.
and chihuahua my pet, but no,
Okay.
in the C, simple C, a
Yes.
simple yeah,
Yes. Ah, to a simple sight. To a simple sight. A simple vista.
a
To
simple
a
side,
simple sight. Yes.
no, it's a pastor alemán and chihuahua, but I felt
Yes.
sad because the pets when the dogs in terrible conditions and my pet how do you say cargar?
I held it. I held it. Lo
I
cargué,
held
¿no?
I held it and my pet I how do you say esconder?
My pet hid. Se
My
escondió.
pet
Hid.
hid in my arm, between in my arm
Yes.
and neck.
Okay. Oh, really,
And
Miriam?
yes, and I felt sad. Um, I ay, se me fue la palabra. I begged, begged,
Yes.
rogar. I begged,
Yes. Yes.
begged in my mother's friend because when I was a child,
Yes.
I I want a pet
Okay.
because my grandmother had two pets
Okay.
and pets died and
Oh,
I,
they died,
I
Miriam?
yes
Well,
um
Miriam, what happened to them? They died because of an accident, because of a disease, or because of
no,
age?
the the age, yeah.
All right. All right. All right. Okay. Miriam, I have a question. Is it true, Miriam, for example, I have three dogs, Miriam. Is it true that dogs live 15 years old, 16 years old? Is true?
It depends the conditions the life.
All right.
All the first dog it's the combination in pastoral alemán and labrador
Yes.
and the pet I don't know the died because younger, no, adult 10
Okay.
or 11 11 years.
Years old.
Yeah, and they died in the age.
Okay. Okay.
Second pet, Chula.
Tula,
Mm,
that was the name. Okay.
yeah,
Good.
Chula.
Good.
She was a poodle,
Yes. Good.
and the die was 15 or 18 years old. I don't remember exactly.
Oh, 15 or 18 years old. Wow.
It depends because my grandmother love pets, but
Yes.
doesn't like she doesn't like in the house, no, in under house, no,
Into the house.
into the house,
Okay.
or yeah, into the house and the
Or maybe now sleep on the bed with her, no? Many
yeah,
people like to sleep with their dogs, huh? On the
yeah,
bed.
but my grandmother no, and yeah, the pets the house
Good.
in the garden, and the food, and my grandmother showered the spice, yeah.
All right. All right. All right.
Food now, in for example, the noun is mm, every month visit the dog the vet,
All right.
or the food is is rich, expensive.
Yes. Expensive.
And
Okay.
yeah, no, my mother in the last time, the
Yes.
the the dogs in the you in the garden, and the house in the wood, and the food is bones, the chicken bones,
Yes.
and
Okay, Miriam. So, Miriam, for example, your pet, Miriam. Does your pet stay outside the house or into the house?
¿cómo dice en un tiempo?
Bueno, Miriam, sometime, en algún tiempo. Recuerda, Miriam, eso es diferente de sometimes, ¿te acuerdas? Sometimes ya lo sabes, algunas veces. Pero en algún tiempo, sometime.
Sometime, my
Yes.
pet into in the house, in my
All
house.
right. All right.
It's for this history the same, because
Why
my
is it funny?
my mother ay, ¿cómo lo puedo decir? My mother, she talk my mother talk care
Very good.
a little a chihuahua, the
Okay.
name is Canela.
Canela. Okay.
Canela doesn't sleep in the garden,
Or outside.
or outside the house.
Okay.
And well, Canela into in my house sleep. And my
Okay.
ay, José, sí, se me fue.
Yellows.
Yellows,
Yellows.
yellows, the Canela, and my
You
mother.
you you were yellows, Miriam?
Yes, my pet is yellows, the Canela, because my pet outside in my house, and my mother the thing in the time. Okay, I was injust, injust,
Unfair. Unfair.
unfair,
Good.
unfair with my Toby. And in the time, my pet into slept into my house.
Okay. I mean,
And
and where did the dog sleep? I don't know. In the kitchen, in a bedroom, on a bed with you,
no, in the ay, how do I say pasillo?
on the hall, on the hall,
On
on the.
on the hole in between, my parents' room, no, parents' room and my room.
Okay.
But maybe my dog into my house 2 3 years,
Good.
and now my my pet again outside in the house because um he ay se me fue. Mm,
Because it is old, it is sick.
pues, se empezó a mear en las puertas.
Empezó a orinar.
Ya,
It began, you guys, mira, my dog began to pee on the doors. My dog began to pee on the doors. Oh,
yeah, and my mother,
okay.
yes, and my mother very angry, and then now
Obviously, you know.
sleep outside in the house.
Come
Yeah,
on, mira, that is bad, okay? Oh, imagine, mira, your poor parents, I mean, they work all day in Mexico City. They travel from Mexico City to Tizayuca. And when they get home, you know what? They find all doors smelling to pee, you know? Oh, no, mira, no, mira, that's terrible. Poor of your parents, okay, mira.
yeah.
Mira, that reminds me of a story. I used to have 3 dogs, okay? All of them are stray dogs, miren. Si recuerdas esa palabra, miren, ¿qué será, miren, stray dogs? Recuérdalo. Eso ya lo vimos. I
Ya
have
no sé.
three, exactly, miren. I have 3 stray dogs. I found them in a garbage pound, en un basurero here in Tizayuca, near the buses. So I was walking down one Saturday, and I found the dogs there. Okay, they were very, very, very small. Okay, so when I brought them home, my wife told me, you know, Miguel, I don't want the dogs here. But over the time, she changed her mind. Okay, but at the beginning, the dogs were into the house, so we went to travel to Mexico City to work, and when we came back, the dogs were into the house. Okay. Suddenly, Miriam, the dogs began to grow, obviously, began to grow up. And one day that my wife got home, she found a mess at home, Miriam. She found the dogs on the table. She found a dog on a sofa. She found a dog on the armchair. But that wasn't the worst thing, Miriam. The worst thing is that the 3 dogs put, as I mentioned, Papa, had put on the sofa, on the armchair, and on the table. And they had peed on anywhere into the house, Miriam. That day,
Oh,
Mira, when I got home, obviously my wife was very bad, was very mad at me, very angry at me. She told me, Miguel, I don't want the dogs anymore into the house. I want the dogs outside the house. And they are there, outside the house. That reminds me of my story, Mira, like, no, I mean, poor of you, no, like my wife, imagine she got tired, she got fed up from traveling, and she found a horrible house, okay, and a very dirty. Oh, me.
but curious, but my pet
Yes.
began pee in the door, but in the bathroom or my room.
Oh, really?
Yes, in the only part of the house, no. And I think it's because when I was a boy, a boyfriend, my
Yes.
dog yells. So I don't know because in this time, my I I had a boyfriend.
Yes.
Then began the pee in the
Oh,
door, and it's sure.
yes.
No, I am sure. My pet yellows the lua.
Oh, gee, I mean, you don't use the yellows of Lua?
Yeah, because when she went to Lua, and
Yes.
when she went my my house Lua
Ah, when
um,
Lua comes home. When Lua comes home.
comes home.
Uh-huh.
Um, my pet is the angry, or I don't know, and and Lua go out my house. My
Okay.
dogs who do you say olfatear?
Smells. My dog smells.
My dog smells me. The face is you stay Lua, and
you,
out they go out my next one. Okay.
Man, so it's a really yellow pet, huh?
Yes.
So mira, imagine, mira, I mean, has your boyfriend ever gone to your house?
Yeah, but no, no, my dog no. Ay, ¿cómo se dice mostrar?
Very good. My dog doesn't show up. My dog
Doesn't
doesn't, no demuestra, no
show
muestra.
up
Ajá.
in my boyfriend.
Okay.
It's common when I went to outside, or yeah,
Okay. Okay. So when you come back from the street, no?
yes, and yes, and ay, se me fue. And I realized, si no realizes darse
Very
cuenta.
good, very good. I realized, me di cuenta.
I realized my pet doesn't like the babies
Oh, está super.
and the
Okay.
other dogs.
Okay, another dog checks. Mira, have you ever had a cat?
No, I have allergic to cats.
Okay, it's true. That's why you cannot. Mira, are you also allergic to birds?
No, only cats.
Only cats. Okay. That's why. Okay. Mira, has your dog ever slept with you on bed?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe that's why, Miriam. No?
I
Maybe your
don't know.
dog wants to sleep with you every night.
No,
No? Why not, Miriam? Why not?
I don't know. It's in my pet is rare.
Okay. Excellent, Miriam. Very good. That's cool. No, Miriam, poor pet. Okay, when one visits you, I'm sure your dog is really jealous. Okay.
Yes.
Come on, Miriam. Very good. That's funny. Okay. Okay, Miriam. So here, Miriam, before we study this, okay, let's practice, Miriam, here. Let's practice. The topic is this one. Adjectives, okay, and their opposites. Okay. Adjectives and their opposites. For example, I will read the first, okay? Happy, and the opposite is unhappy. What means secure?
Secure, insecure.
Responsible, irresponsible.
Patient, impatient.
Casi. Patient,
Patient,
impatient.
impatient.
Okay. Honest, dishonest. Miren.
Capable,
Capable,
capable, incapable.
very good. Comfortable, okay. Uncomfortable.
Stable, unstable.
Casi, miren. Stable,
Stable, unstable.
excellent, miren. Polite, impolite,
Efficient, inefficient.
inefficient,
Inefficient,
legal,
illegal.
illegal, okay. Independent, dependent. What miren? Confident,
Confident, unconfident.
okay. Tolerant, intolerant.
Responsible,
Responsible,
irresponsible,
okay.
irresponsible.
Excellent. Friendly, unfriendly. What the next?
Organized, disorganized.
Very good. Reliable, unreliable.
Generous, ungenerous.
Very good. Sensitive, insensitive.
Ay, Who is the pronunciation?
Flexible. Flexible.
Flexible, inflexible,
Very good. Rational.
irrational,
Very good. Mature, immature. What about the next?
creative, uncreative,
Casi. Creative,
creative,
uncreative. Next time, mira. Okay, mira. Please take them. Please copy them to OneNote. If it doesn't allow you, tell me, okay? Si no te deja copiarlos, dime y te ayudo. Los pongo en WhatsApp.
Title,
Adjectives and their opposites.
okay.
Okay, man. So I will tell you the first couple, okay? The first pair. Happy, that's super easy, mira. Feliz, okay? Unhappy, infeliz o no feliz, okay? Cuidado, no infeliz de que, mira, fulanito es un infeliz. No, eso no. Es no feliz, okay? Happy, unhappy. Bueno, mira, secure, insecure.
Seguro, inseguro.
Excelente, mira. Responsible, obviamente responsable. Irresponsible, irresponsable. Para mira, the next.
Paciente e impaciente.
Very good. Then mira, honest, honesto. Dishonest. Okay, very good.
Ya. Honesto, deshonesto.
Exactly. Honest, honesto, dishonest, deshonesto.
Deshonesto.
Very good, deshonesto. All right, mira, the next, number 6.
I don't know.
Capaz, capable, capaz. Incapable, incapaz. Okay. Comfortable, comfortable, uncomfortable. ¿Qué será?
¿Confortable?
Confortable, yo prefiero mejor decir cómodo, incómodo, pero también es confortable, ¿ok? Cómodo, incómodo.
Ay, wait.
Very good.
Okay.
Okay, mira. What about the next, mira? Stable, unstable.
Estable, inestable.
Exactly. Very good. Okay, polite, cortés, educado, amable. Cortés, educado, amable. Impolite, impolite. Descortés. Okay. Polite, cortés, amable. Impolite, descortés o quizás no amable.
Okay.
Okay. ¿Cuál miran? Efficient.
Eficiente e ineficiente.
Very good. Eficiente. Ineficiente. Very good. The next miran es super easy. Legal.
Legal e ilegal.
Exactly. Legal a illegal. Okay. Mira, independent, dependent.
Independiente.
Very good.
Independiente.
Very good. Pues mira. Confident, unconfident. ¿Qué es eso? Miren, ¿qué es confident, unconfident? ¿Cuál?
Confiable.
Very good. Confiable. Very good. Y no confiable. Confiable, confident, unconfident, no confiable. Excelente, miran. Tolerant, intolerant.
Tolerante e intolerante.
Exacto, tolerante, intolerante. Bueno, esa ya la teníamos. Responsible, la voy a repetir, esa ya está. Friendly, unfriendly, ¿ok? Friendly, amigable, amistoso. Unfriendly, no amigable, no amistoso, ¿ok?
Antisocial.
Okay. Antisocial, exactly. Well, I mean, organize.
Organizado.
Very good. And disorganize.
Desorganizado.
Very good, yes. Desorganizado. Very good. Excellent, good. Reliable, ya lo tenemos. Ah, no. ¿Cuál mira reliable?
I don't know. I don't
Da igual,
remember.
mira, reliable, confiable, digno de confianza. Confiable, digno de confianza. Unreliable, no confiable.
Is the same the confident?
Exactly, very good. Miren, unconfident, very good. Bueno, miren, generous.
Generoso.
Very good. Ungenerous, no generoso. O tacaño, quizás también. Tacaño, ok. Bueno, miren, sensitive.
Sensible.
Sensible. Insensitive.
Insensible.
Insensible, very good. Flexible, flexible. Ok. Y el opuesto, inflexible, inflexible. O quizás rígido. Inflexible, rígido. Aquí mira, lo que tenés rational, irrational. Rational, racional. Very good.
Irracional.
Irracional. Very good, mira. Good. Bueno, mira, mature.
I don't remember.
Ah, también super easy, mira. Mature, maduro. Maduro. Ok. Inmature. Inmaduro. Bueno, mira, creative.
Creativo.
Un
No
creative. Exacto, mira. Very good. Aquí, mira, espera, voy a buscar una ejecución. Espera, very good. Ok. Okay, we do sports, okay. Okay. In the sentence. Exercises, okay. Using those words. Okay. Tell me. Very good. Miriam, have you ever traveled to Huasca, Miriam?
Hmm?
Have you ever traveled to Huasca?
No.
No? Well, me neither, but they say that is a beautiful place, Miriam, no?
Yes.
Huasca, and do you say that Real del Monte?
Oh,
I don't know. Do you know Real del Monte?
Yes.
Oh, okay, Miriam. Good. What is it like, Miriam?
Pastis.
I don't know. What is it like? Recuerda, es, ¿cómo es ese lugar? What is it like?
It's a traditional town and colorful.
All right.
A cult. Yeah.
Okay.
Cult.
How far is it from here?
¿Cómo me fui?
How far is it from here? ¿Qué tan lejos está de aquí?
I don't know.
1 hour, 2 hours?
Maybe 1 hour half.
Okay. But by car, no?
Yeah.
Very good, Miriam. Excellent, Miriam. Very good. Okay. Okay, so here, let's practice this vocabulary. Okay. So the activities are super easy. Okay, so you shouldn't have any problems with them. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. Okay. Look at number 1. It says, she was feeling after receiving the good news.
Happy.
Okay, super easy, okay? Happy. So you just mark it there. Very good. Okay.
Ya vi que nos pasó en el otro,
Yes, that starts to happen when the bottle starts to be very full. Okay, so I think that quite shortly we'll have to use another board.
Ya
Okay.
sé, bueno, lo que siento que pasa es que como vamos agrandando y disminuyendo, como que se traba y ya no quiere.
Sí. Mira, quizás así, mira. Ah, pero no me deja. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can move it. Okay. Oh, no, I cannot. Oh, no, I cannot. Okay, so anyway, so here is happy, okay? Very good, mira. What about the other, mira? The company's data protection measures ensured the safety of customer information.
Ah,
Exactly, that is a good thought. Exactly, very good. Happy, good, mira.
secure.
Secure, very good. It's important to be when handling delicate situations.
Mm, responsible.
Very good. Responsible, responsible. Good.
Responsible.
His attitude made it difficult for others to work with him.
Passion.
Ahí tiene de pues, ¿no? His impatient attitude, su actitud impaciente,
Ah,
dificultó trabajar con él, ¿no? Very good. Honesty is the best policy. Always be in your actions
honest.
honest. Very good. The manager found him to be of handling the project on his own.
Capable.
Capable. Very good. The cramped airplane seats were very for the long flight.
Comfortable.
I will say the opposite. Uncomfortable, no? Uncomfortable. Good, mira. The construction site was themed due to the recent rainfall.
Unstable.
Very good. Y mírame, este verbo, deemed, declarado. Si quieres poner por ahí en OneNote, declarado. Pero declarado solamente para lugares, ¿ok? No de que, por ejemplo, de que Juanito se le declaró a Ana. No, no, no. Ok, deemed es declarado, pero para lugares.
Okay.
Mm. It's essential to be in social settings to maintain good relationships.
Light.
Very good, polite, good name. The new software update made the system more
Efficient.
efficient. Good. Mhm. Selling counterfeit goods is in most countries
Legal.
legal, o sea, legal, okay, legal. Very good. Anyway, it says she wanted to be more and not rely on others for everything.
Independent. Ay,
Very good. Independent, okay, independent. Good. His demeanor won him many friends at the party.
unconfident.
He is confident, mira, he's confident de menor. Que es, recuerda, mira, si quieres poner para mí de menor su actitud, okay, su conducta. Su conducta confiable le ganó muchos amigos en la fiesta. De menor, actitud, conducta, comportamiento.
Okay.
The manager's attitude toward employees with different opinions led to workplace conflict.
Tolerant.
Intolerante, ¿no? Miren, intolerante. Su actitud intolerante, ¿okay? Produjo muchos problemas o muchos conflictos en el área de trabajo. Mira, approach to managing finances can lead to financial stability.
Responsible.
a responsible approach, okay? She displayed an welcoming attitude toward her new neighbor.
Display.
She displayed, ella mostró, ella exhibió,
Friendly.
very good, a friendly and welcome attitude toward her new neighbor. Excellent, Miriam, very good. Okay, Miriam, so let's go, okay, to the book, okay, very good, Miriam, excellent, good, 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 okay. Okay. Okay, here, Miriam, let's practice, okay? This conversation says, and why is that? This, Miriam, what is that, Miriam? How do you say that in Spanish, Miriam? And why is that?
¿Por
What is
qué
that?
eso?
¿Y por qué es eso? Very good, Miriam. ¿Y por qué es eso? Very good. Okay, says, listen, what does Stan think about unfriending someone? How do you think Alexa feels about it? What is, Miriam, unfriending? Unfriending.
I don't know.
Bueno, mira, te lo voy a explicar. Esa palabra viene de una palabra origen, que es esta. Unfriend. Unfriend. Eso, mira, viene de Facebook. En Facebook tenemos dos opciones, friend o unfriend. ¿Ok? Friend, hacer amigos, invitar a alguien que sea tu amigo. Y unfriend, bloquear o dejar de ser amigo. Sorry,
Listo.
sorry.
Eso ya lo habíamos visto.
This
Sí.
one, the lesson.
Ah,
Okay, okay, very good. Okay, okay. So
no.
let's continue. Okay, mira, good, good, good. Okay, so let's continue with the next. Okay, here it says linking with and, but, and some. It says you can start with questions with and, but, or some to link back. Okay, to things the previous speaker said. It makes the conversation flow. For example, she's really upset, and why is that? Okay. So, miren, obviamente ya sabemos lo que es y, pero, y entonces, okay. But here, miren, they are used to make the conversation fluid. Se usa para hacer que la conversación sea más fluida, ok. For example, here, miren, ok, fíjate, eso me lo voy a llevar al pizarrón, ok, para que lo puedas trabajar ahí, very good. Ok. Ok, miren, here, ok. 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 Okay, here is, miren, underline the best question to continue each conversation. Then listen and check your answer, okay? Practice with a partner, for example. Have you ever removed someone from your list of friends online? Actually, I don't have one. I'm not on a social networking site. Okay, and you have two possibilities, and you use tend to add people or so. How do you keep in touch with people? Okay. Which one do you think is the correct meaning there?
Mm, um,
Fíjate bien lo que dice. I am not on a social networking site. Okay, no estoy en una red social.
so
Exactamente, esa es la más lógica, ¿no? So how do you keep in touch with people? Okay, very good. Exactly, Mina, very good. Okay, do you think it's okay to unfriend people? Oh yeah, people do it all the time, I'm sure.
yeah, but why do they do it?
Exactly, yeah, but why do they do it? Exactly, Mina, very good. What would you do if someone deleted you from their friend list? It depends. I probably wouldn't say anything.
But you'd say something if it was a good friend, no?
Exactly. But you'd say something if it was a good friend. Exactly, Miriam. Very good. Okay. Let's listen, okay, and check our answers, okay? Very good. There it is, okay?
Page 15. 2. Strategy plus. Linking with and, but, and so. A. Underline the best question to continue each conversation. Then listen and check your answers. Practice with a partner. 1.
Have you ever removed someone from your list of friends online?
Actually, I don't have one. I'm not on a social networking site.
So how do you keep in touch with people?
2.
Do you think it's okay to unfriend people?
Oh, yeah. People do it all the time, I'm sure.
Yeah, but why do they do it?
Very good.
3.
What would you do if someone deleted you from their friends list?
It depends. I probably wouldn't say anything.
But you'd say something if it was a good friend.
Exactly. Okay, Miriam. And you are letter A, I am letter B, okay? You start. Have you ever...
Have you ever removed someone for your list of friends online?
Actually, I don't have one. I am not on a social networking site.
So, how do you keep in touch with people?
Good. Do you think it's okay to unfriend people?
Oh, yeah, people do it all the time, I'm sure.
Very good. Yeah, but why you do it, okay? Miriam, letter A, what?
What would you do if someone deleted you from their friends list?
It depends. I probably wouldn't say anything.
But you'd say something if it was a good friend.
Exactly, Miriam. Very good. Okay, very good. Okay, let me go to the book. Very good. Excellent, excellent. Okay. There, okay. Okay, there, okay. Okay, Miriam, so it says listening and strategies, okay? Reasons for ending friendships, okay? Okay, so it says listen, okay, to the first part of 4 conversations. What will each person say the problem is with his or her friends, okay? Number the issues 1 to 4. There are 2 extras, okay? Okay, mira, so number 1 is we lost touch. What I mean, number 2, my friend.
My friend is so serious.
Okay, my friend, okay, post anything stuff, annoying stuff on my wall.
My friend is two-faced.
Good. We can agree on things and
We don't like each other friends.
okay. First of all, here, mira, ¿qué será esto? Mira, we've lost touch. ¿Qué es eso?
I don't know.
Okay, so yes, ponle por email en OneNote. We have lost touch. Okay.
No.
Okay. We have lost
Wait.
touch, okay? Good. Claro, mira, we've lost touch. Hemos perdido contacto. Hemos perdido contacto.
Okay.
Ok, then my friend is too serious. Es muy fácil. Mi amigo es muy serio, okay? Demasiado serio. My friend posts annoying stuff on my wall. ¿Qué es eso, miren? How is that in Spanish, miren?
Mi amigo postea mucho. I don't know.
Mucho. Very good. Mi amigo postea cosas molestas o cosas que provocan molestia en mi muro. Mi amigo publica, ¿ok? Cosas que provocan molestia, mira, annoying stuff. Cosas que provocan molestia en mi muro.
Okay.
My friend is two-faced, miren. What is that, miren?
Mi amigo es doble cara.
Very good. We can agree on things, miren. ¿Cuál es that? Nosotros no podemos
No podemos estar de acuerdo en cosas.
en las cosas, okay? We don't like each other's friends.
No nos gusta tener otros amigos.
No nos gustan los amigos mutuos. No nos gustan los amigos mutuos, okay? Okay, mira, so let's listen 2 times, okay? The first time just listen, and then the second time, let's take to answer, okay? Good.
Page 15. 3. Listening and strategies. Reasons for ending friendships. A. Listen to the first part of 4 conversations. What would each person say the problem is with his or her friendship? Number the issues 1 through 4. There are 2 extras. 1.
You know, my girlfriend and I aren't getting along very well these days. We're always arguing.
But you really like her, right?
Yeah, but there's no point staying together, really. We just have very different views on everything. Like, we'll talk about politics and religion, and we just end up arguing. She's so touchy.
2.
You know, I think I'm going to unfriend someone on my social network account. There's this one girl who's always uploading stupid photos. I mean, she'll do it like 10 times a day. It drives me crazy.
3.
Gosh, don't you hate it when people talk about you behind your back?
Oh, yeah. I know someone who's constantly doing that. He's a real pain.
Yeah, it's just not nice. One of my friends in class does it. She'll tell everyone I'm way too talkative and stuff, and then she tells me how much she likes hanging out with me.
4.
I have one friend. We were constantly calling each other and everything. But I hardly ever hear from her anymore. I mean, she'll text me every once in a while.
Huh. So, did you have a fight or something?
No. I think she found some new friends, and she tends to hang out with them now.
Okay, let's listen one more time, okay? Good.
Page 15. 3. Listening and strategies. Reasons for ending friendships. A. Listen to the first part of 4 conversations. What would each person say the problem is with his or her friendship? Number the issues 1 through 4. There are 2 extras. 1.
You know, my girlfriend and I aren't getting along very well these days. We're always arguing.
But you really like her, right?
Yeah, but there's no point staying together, really. We just have very different views on everything. Like, we'll talk about politics and religion, and we just end up arguing. She's so touchy.
2.
You know, I think I'm going to unfriend someone on my social network account. There's this one girl who's always uploading stupid photos. I mean, she'll do it like 10 times a day. It drives me crazy.
3.
Gosh, don't you hate it when people talk about you behind your back?
Oh, yeah. I know someone who's constantly doing that. He's a real pain.
Yeah, it's just not nice. One of my friends in class does it. She'll tell everyone I'm way too talkative and stuff, and then she tells me how much she likes hanging out with me.
4.
I have one friend. We were constantly calling each other and everything. But I hardly ever hear from her anymore. I mean, she'll text me every once in a while.
Huh. So, did you have a fight or something?
No. I think she found some new friends, and she tends to hang out with them now.
Okay, Miriam, very good. So number 1, Miriam, is which one? You please say it for me.
We can agree on things.
Perfect. Number 2, Miriam.
My friend posts annoying stuff on my wall.
Exactly, on my wall. Miriam, number 3.
My friend is two-faced.
Good. And the last one?
My friend is too serious.
It's too serious, okay? Okay, miren, so it says, look at here. Listen again. Circle the best question to continue each conversation. Aquí, entonces, mira, aquí va a terminar la conversación, miren, y tenemos que seleccionar cuál de las, el diálogo 1 is the best question. For conversation 2, what is the best question, okay? I read the first, okay? So, you don't agree on anything, but do you agree on politics? And number 2?
But she never posts photos, right? Or and does she post obnoxious
Obnoxious.
obnoxious comments too?
Very good. What is obnoxious, Miriam? Obnoxious.
I don't know.
Así que pone para ahí en OneNote, mira. Obnoxious. Ok. Agresivos. Ok. Groseros. Comentarios agresivos. Comentarios groseros. Obnoxious.
Okay.
Well, number 3. But why does she do that? Okay. Or B. So does she talk about you behind your back? Okay. Number 4. So you mostly call each other? Or so she just drop you? ¿Qué es esto, miren, de drop you, miren? Drop you.
I don't know.
Ok. Drop you es te abandonó. Te abandonó. Te dejó.
Okay.
Okay, man, so this time let's listen also twice, okay? Good. There it goes. Here, okay.
Page 15. 3. Listening and strategies. Reasons for ending friendships. B. Listen again. Circle the best question to continue each conversation. 1.
You know, my girlfriend and I aren't getting along very well these days. We're always arguing.
But you really like her, right?
Yeah, but there's no point staying together, really. We just have very different views on everything. Like, we'll talk about politics and religion, and we just end up arguing. She's so touchy.
2.
You know, I think I'm going to unfriend someone on my social network account. There's this one girl who's always uploading stupid photos. I mean, she'll do it like 10 times a day. It drives me crazy.
3.
Gosh, don't you hate it when people talk about you behind your back?
Oh, yeah. I know someone who's constantly doing that. He's a real pain.
Yeah, it's just not nice. One of my friends in class does it. She'll tell everyone I'm way too talkative and stuff, and then she tells me how much she likes hanging out with me.
4.
I have one friend. We were constantly calling each other and everything. But I hardly ever hear from her anymore. I mean, she'll text me every once in a while.
Huh. So, did you have a fight or something?
No, I think she found some new friends, and she tends to hang out with them now.
Very good. Okay. So let's listen one more time, okay? Very good. Good.
Page 15. 3. Listening and strategies. Reasons for ending friendships. B. Listen again. Circle the best question to continue each conversation. 1.
You know, my girlfriend and I aren't getting along very well these days. We're always arguing.
But you really like her, right?
Yeah, but there's no point staying together, really. We just have very different views on everything. Like, we'll talk about politics and religion, and we just end up arguing. She's so touchy.
2.
You know, I think I'm going to unfriend someone on my social network account. There's this one girl who's always uploading stupid photos. I mean, she'll do it like 10 times a day. It drives me crazy.
3.
Gosh, don't you hate it when people talk about you behind your back?
Oh, yeah. I know someone who's constantly doing that. He's a real pain.
Yeah, it's just not nice. One of my friends in class does it. She'll tell everyone I'm way too talkative and stuff, and then she tells me how much she likes hanging out with me.
4.
I have one friend. We were constantly calling each other and everything. But I hardly ever hear from her anymore. I mean, she'll text me every once in a while.
Huh. So, did you have a fight or something?
No, I think she found some new friends, and she tends to hang out with them now.
Excellent, Miriam. So number 1 is what, Miriam? Please, could you please read?
So you don't agree on anything?
Exactly. Well, number 2, letter B, that is correct. Would you please read? And
Those she posts
obnoxious.
obnoxious comments too.
Okay. Number 3, Miriam.
But why does she do that?
Very good. Why does she do that? Okay. And the last one, so you mostly call each other. Excellent, Miriam. Very good. Okay, good. Let's continue with the book. Perfect. Excellent. So that for you was super easy, okay? Good, Miriam. Good. Okay. 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 Let's study some new words, okay? Which are commonly, okay, here, okay? Okay, wait a minute, okay? Here. Miriam, have you ever met obnoxious people, Miriam?
No.
Have you ever met like people who are rude, who are aggressive? No? Good, Miriam. So there it is. Yes, have you ever met obnoxious people? Remember, obnoxious people, gente grosera, agresiva.
Yeah.
Yes, Miriam?
Yes.
Okay. Was where did you meet this person? Miriam? In the school, at the market? I don't know.
In my school and read social, in the transport.
Okay.
But when I was the only place the same with the obnoxious people.
Yes.
I don't ¿cómo decir? No me puedo quedar callada.
I cannot be silent. I cannot
be silent, and I respond.
I answer.
I answer the groceries.
No, the bad words. I
The
answered bad word. Yo contesto las vanas. Miriam, so it means that you also say, do you also say bad words, Miriam, when you are angry?
Yes, because it's I
Miriam,
don't like it.
I cannot believe it, Miriam. Miriam, you look like an angel, Miriam. I cannot believe that you say bad words, Miriam.
Not in the bad words, but in the sarcasm. How do you say sarcasm?
Sarcastic.
Yeah, and the logical. But yeah, I don't like it.
Good. Miriam, have you ever fought against another gear? Have you ever fought against another gear, Miriam?
Yes.
I mean, but I mean physically fighting with another person.
Never.
No? Okay, Miriam. But verbally, yes?
Yeah, verbal, yeah.
Miriam, okay. Miriam, I cannot imagine you, Miriam, saying bad words. As I said before, Miriam, you look like an angel, Miriam, like an angel in the sense, Miriam, that you look like a very calm, a very patient, a very quiet girl.
Yeah, I like the patient, but I don't like it the people obnoxious and the people
Obnoxious people.
obnoxious people or the people bad. Oh, I don't like it.
Very good, very good. Okay, Mia, so you just defend yourself, okay? You just are defending yourself, okay? Okay. Here it says, find the verb symbol below in the article. Match the two parts of the sentences to find the meaning. Write the letters A to J. For example, I will read. If you obtain something you, number 2, if you withhold.
If you withhold something for someone, you.
Okay. If people accuse you of doing something they.
If you promote something, you.
Very good. If you deny doing something you.
If you employers reject a job applicant, they.
If you regret doing something, okay, you. Argument the possibility, for example, say it is a good thing. Well, number 2, say.
Say didn't do it.
Okay. Letter C, Miriam. Don't want that person. Letter D, Miriam.
Are sorry that you did.
It, okay. Letter E, keep it and don't give it to that person.
Say you did something bad or wrong.
Okay. Get or achieve it, okay. Por example, mira, aquí tenemos varias palabras nuevas, porque mira, obtain, mira, obtain, ¿qué hacer? Es fácil, me que hacer, mira, obtain.
Obtener.
Obtener, okay. Withhold, miren, withhold.
I don't know.
Yes, miren, please wait on one note. Withhold, okay. Okay. Withhold, miren, te dice retener. Retener, okay. Pero no en el sentido de que, es que ya no retengo en mi memoria, no. Sino de no quererle darle algo a alguien, okay. Bueno, miren, accuse of.
Acusar.
Acusar de. Ok, promote, muy fácil, promover, ok. Bueno, miren, deny.
I don't know, deny doing, ¿no?
Te hago a mi entender. Copy that, ok. Hasta que copia los dos, deny doing, ok. Deny, mírame, es negar hacer algo. Negar hacer algo. Bueno, miren, reject.
I don't know.
Te hago bien. Reject, rechazar. O quizás también no aceptar. Ok. Regret, miren, regret doing. También copio por ahí, miren, regret doing, ok.
I don't know.
Okay. Regret doing es lamentar hacer algo. Sentirse apenado por hacer algo. Lamentar hacer algo. For example, I will tell you number 1. It says, if you obtain something you, okay, that is letter G. Okay, I will take it, okay. Letter G. Get or achieve it, okay. Question number 2. If you withhold something from someone you.
Ay, what is retener?
Very good. Remember, withhold, retener. Okay.
Keep it in a don't give it to that person.
Perfect. Yes. Good. If people accuse you of doing something they
say you did something bad or wrong.
Perfect. Good. If you promote something you
Say it is a good thing.
say it is a good thing. Say it is a good thing. Okay. If you denied doing something you
I deny. Negar. Say you didn't do it.
Exactly. Say you didn't do it. Exactly. Good. If employers reject a job applicant. ¿Qué es esto? Mira, eso no faltó, mira. Job applicant. ¿Qué es eso? Mira.
Aplicante para, bueno, aplicar para un trabajo.
Very good. Exactamente. Very good. If employers reject a job applicant, they
Are sorry that you did.
Dígame. Don't want.
Want.
No quieren a esa persona. Very good. If you regret doing something you, very good, are sorry. Exactly, mira. Okay, mira. Very good. Okay. So listening and speaking. Okay, but is it fair? ¿Qué está bien esto? Is it fair? ¿Qué es, miren esto? Is it fair, miren?
I don't know.
Dice, miren, is it fair? Aquí pone, miren. But is it fair? Todo junto. But is it fair? Ese me sería, pero es justo. Pero es eso justo. Okay.
Okay.
It says, very well. Read the question below. How many reasons can you think of to support a yes and a no answer? Make two lists. Today's online debate. Is it fair for employers to check out job applicants online? Okay. ¿Qué es esto? Miren, employers.
Empleados.
Empleadores. Empleado,
Empleador.
miren. ¿Cómo se dice empleado? Miren. Employee. Employee, empleado. Okay. Y employers, empleador. Y se pregunta, ¿es justo para los empleadores checar, okay, las solicitudes de trabajo en línea? Okay.
Yes.
Listen to two people debate the question above. Who answered yes, it's fair, and no, it's not fair to the question? Which of the reasons in your list did they use? Okay, so let's listen to Rosa says and Daniel says, okay? Okay, let's listen, okay? Good.
Page 17. Lesson D. Online footprints. 3. Listening and speaking. But is it fair? B. Listen to two people debate the question above. Who answers yes, it's fair, and no, it's not fair to the question? Which of the reasons in your lists did they use?
Employers basically want people who will fit in. After all, what you do online shows your true personality.
But your online profile is private information.
So you think it's private? On the contrary. If I can see your profile by looking online, it's not private, it's public. It tells me things that I won't see in an interview.
Yes, but what you see on social networking sites is not the whole person. Social networking sites don't tell you what people are like at work.
I know what you mean, but you need to consider the cost. Employers need to be very careful about the people they employ because it's very expensive to recruit and train new staff.
Yes, I agree. But on the other hand, as an employer, you can't own your employees 24/7. Everyone has a right to have fun in his or her free time.
True, but if I'm looking at two people for the same job, I'll probably avoid the person who's always partying.
However, just because they party a lot doesn't mean people are bad at the job. For some jobs, you need friendly, outgoing people.
But it's not just party photos, it's blogs and postings and comments too. For example, I don't want to hire somebody with an off-color sense of humor or someone who sounds arrogant. I want someone who will fit in and work well with other people.
Well, I can see that. On the one hand, you don't want to employ difficult people. But on the other hand, people change at work and behave in a different way with friends. So while the internet may show you one side of a person, you really need to see what a candidate is like in person before you can decide.
Okay, man. So let's listen one more time, okay? Okay, wait a minute. Very good. Very good. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me see the volume, okay? Very good. Good. So remember, the first activity is super easy, okay? You only need to decide who says yes is fair or who says not is not fair, okay? According to the question, is it fair for employers to check out job applicants online? Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's listen again. So activity 1 is super easy.
Page 17. Lesson D. Online footprints. 3. Listening and speaking. But is it fair? B. Listen to two people debate the question above. Who answers yes, it's fair, and no, it's not fair to the question? Which of the reasons in your lists did they use?
Employers basically want people who will fit in. After all, what you do online shows your true personality.
But your online profile is private information.
So you think it's private? On the contrary. If I can see your profile by looking online, it's not private, it's public. It tells me things that I won't see in an interview.
Yes, but what you see on social networking sites is not the whole person. Social networking sites don't tell you what people are like at work.
I know what you mean, but you need to consider the cost. Employers need to be very careful about the people they employ because it's very expensive to recruit and train new staff.
Yes, I agree. But on the other hand, as an employer, you can't own your employees 24/7. Everyone has a right to have fun in his or her free time.
True, but if I'm looking at two people for the same job, I'll probably avoid the person who's always partying.
However, just because they party a lot doesn't mean people are bad at the job. For some jobs, you need friendly, outgoing people.
But it's not just party photos, it's blogs and postings and comments too. For example, I don't want to hire somebody with an off-color sense of humor or someone who sounds arrogant. I want someone who will fit in and work well with other people.
Well, I can see that. On the one hand, you don't want to employ difficult people. But on the other hand, people change at work and behave in a different way with friends. So while the internet may show you one side of a person, you really need to see what a candidate is like in person before you can decide.
So basically, what about Rosa? What does Rosa say about the question?
Yes.
Exactly. Yes, it's fair.
And
What about Daniel?
no.
Very good. No, it's not. It's not fair. Okay. No. Excellent, Miriam. Very good. Okay, so it says, listen again and write the two missing words in each sentence. Okay, let's say, for example, on the one hand, Rosa believes that what you do online shows your. On the other hand, Daniel argues that your online profile is. Mira, ¿qué es esto de argue? Mira, argue.
Argumento.
Very good. Argumenta o también puede ser discute. Good, miren, argumenta, discute. Okay, mira, repeat it number 2. Rosa.
Rosa says only profiles tell you what you want to see in.
Okay.
Daniel social networking sites don't tell you what a person is like.
Very good. Okay. Rosa argues that it's to recruit and train new staff. Daniel believes that everyone has a right to in his or her free time. Number 4.
Rosa says companies want people who will fit in and with other people.
Very good.
Daniel argues that people behave in a different way.
Mira, what is fit in? Mira, fit in. Mira, fit in. Fit in.
I don't know.
Fit in. Si quieres poner, mira, fit in es que encaja, miren. Porque que la gente debe encajar en un grupo social. Okay, fit in, encajar. What happens, miren, behave, miren, behave.
I don't know.
Ese, miren, behave. Comporta. Okay, que se comporta, que se porta. Okay. Aquí Daniel argumenta que las personas se comportan en una manera diferente. Okay. Okay, miren. I'm going to write the possible answers here. Okay, for example. Okay. We can say, for example, with friends. Okay. You can also say, miren, for example, a true personality. Okay. Very good. Or maybe another one is an interview Okay. Another one meaning can be private information. Okay. Private information. Okay. Another one can be at work. Okay. Another one can be very expensive. Okay. Another one can be have fun. Okay, have fun. Another one. Okay. Work well. Okay. Work well. Okay. Okay. Another one can be quite cheap. Okay. Another one can be really disgusting. Okay, here, I wrote the possible answers, okay, to the blanks, okay? So first listen, okay, Miriam, and then we listen again, okay? I added, Miriam, two more possibilities, okay? Obviously, the two extra possibilities are incorrect, okay? Okay, Miriam, so let's listen again, okay? Good. Look at this.
Page 17. 3. Listening and speaking. But is it fair? C. Listen again and write the two missing words in each sentence.
Employers basically want people who will fit in. After all, what you do online shows your true personality.
But your online profile is private information.
So you think it's private? On the contrary, if I can see your profile by looking online, it's not private, it's public. It tells me things that I won't see in an interview.
Yes, but what you see on social networking sites is not the whole person. Social networking sites don't tell you what people are like at work.
I know what you mean, but you need to consider the cost. Employers need to be very careful about the people they employ because it's very expensive to recruit and train new staff.
Yes, I agree. But on the other hand, as an employer, you can't own your employees 24/7. Everyone has a right to have fun in his or her free time.
True, but if I'm looking at two people for the same job, I'll probably avoid the person who's always partying.
However, just because they party a lot doesn't mean people are bad at the job. For some jobs, you need friendly, outgoing people.
But it's not just party photos, it's blogs and postings and comments too. For example, I don't want to hire somebody with an off-color sense of humor or someone who sounds arrogant. I want someone who will fit in and work well with other people.
Well, I can see that. On the one hand, you don't want to employ difficult people. But on the other hand, people change at work and behave in a different way with friends. So while the internet may show you one side of a person, you really need to see what a candidate is like in person before you can decide.
Okay, Miriam, let's listen one more time, okay? Good. Good.
Page 17. 3. Listening and speaking. But is it fair? C. Listen again and write the two missing words in each sentence.
Employers basically want people who will fit in. After all, what you do online shows your true personality.
But your online profile is private information.
So you think it's private? On the contrary, if I can see your profile by looking online, it's not private, it's public. It tells me things that I won't see in an interview.
Yes, but what you see on social networking sites is not the whole person. Social networking sites don't tell you what people are like at work.
I know what you mean, but you need to consider the cost. Employers need to be very careful about the people they employ because it's very expensive to recruit and train new staff.
Yes, I agree. But on the other hand, as an employer, you can't own your employees 24/7. Everyone has a right to have fun in his or her free time.
True, but if I'm looking at two people for the same job, I'll probably avoid the person who's always partying.
However, just because they party a lot doesn't mean people are bad at the job. For some jobs, you need friendly, outgoing people.
But it's not just party photos, it's blogs and postings and comments too. For example, I don't want to hire somebody with an off color sense of humor or someone who sounds arrogant. I want someone who will fit in and work well with other people.
Well, I can see that. On the one hand, you don't want to employ difficult people, but on the other hand, people change at work and behave in a different way with friends. So while the internet may show you one side of a person, you really need to see what a candidate is like in person before you can decide.
Okay, mira, very good. So, okay, good.
Mm,
Then, okay.
Ay,
Very good. Very good.
Ay, según yo estaba aquí. Pero no, muy segura.
Okay. Okay, could you please read number one? It says on the one hand,
On the one hand, Rosa believes that what you do online shows your true personality.
shows your, fíjate aquí, yo lo escribí mal, shows your true personality, okay? Good, mira. What about letter B? On the other hand,
On the other hand, Daniel argues that your online profile is private information.
private information.
Private
Private
information.
information, okay. Okay, mira, look at the next. Could you please read the next, please, mira? Rosa
Rosa
says,
on online profiles tell you what you want to see in an interview.
okay.
Daniel thinks social networking sites don't tell you what a person is like, really disgusting.
Here, mira, it's like this one, okay? Here, mira, at work.
It's
Dice,
like,
Daniel thinks social networking sites don't tell you what a person is like at work. Dice que las redes sociales no te dicen cómo es una persona realmente en el trabajo, okay? Okay, mira, what about number 3A?
Rosa argues it's very expensive to recruit on trying new
recruit,
stuff.
recruit.
Recruit and what is recruit?
Buena cosa, good question. Ponle para mí, recruit. Tal cual, miren, es reclutar, ¿ok? Pero tiene el sentido que también puede ser contratar. Recruit.
Okay.
¿Y qué se le miran train? Miran, train.
Entrenar.
Very good. Okay. Good, mira, Daniel believes.
Daniel believes that everyone has a right to have fun on his or her free time.
Very good. Rosa.
Rosa says campaigns want people who will fit in and work well with other people.
Exactly. Daniel argues.
Daniel argues that people behave in a different way with friends.
Exactly, Miriam. Very good. Okay, Miriam. So far, Miriam, any questions about the topic we were checking today, Miriam? About
No.
the vocabulary, okay? About this one, Miriam, the opposite of adjectives. So homework,
No.
Miriam, is going to be this, okay? Please memorize, Miriam, learn these adjectives and the opposites. And
No.
also, Miriam, please learn these words, okay? These ones. Obtain, okay? Withhold, accuse, promote, deny, reject, and regret, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Miriam. So that will be all for today, Miriam. Thank you for being here. Have a great night, Miriam. Thank you very much. Take care.
See you. Bye. Night.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Night.